Hey, this is John, and I am heading back to Germany for another business trip. On this trip, something interesting happened. I got an invitation to eat at a quote-unquote secretive restaurant that's at Newark Airport, which United owns, and it's called Classified. I've never heard of it, but I did Google and YouTube it, and it seems legit. So I'm going to record my experience eating here, because the way it's situated is there's a restaurant in Terminal C at gate C120 called SAISON, I think is the name of it. And apparently there's United agents that are floating around that restaurant. And you're supposed to just walk up to them and tell them you have a reservation, and they're going to take you through a secret corridor to a restaurant that's only seating around 35 people. It overlooks a tarmac and looks like a decent menu. It has executive chefs and so on. So more to come in a moment. We'll see what happens. Okay, so here's the restaurant that apparently you enter from. And as I said, it's called SAISON. They said you're supposed to walk up to the hostess and tell them you have a reservation at Classified, and they're supposed to take you through a back door somewhere to the restaurant, which then overlooks the tarmac. So we'll see what the deal is in a moment. But that's the current situation. Good. I have a reservation at Classified.
Sure, what's the name?
Ajami's the last name.
Thank you.
Careful, something slippery there. Thank you. Here's the corridor coming in. It's cool lit. It's like a UFO in here. That's where the two bathrooms are. And then you turn left and you're in the restaurant. All right, well, there's two bathrooms. Small tiled bathroom, dark walls. Decent. It's definitely better than a public one. I thought it was interesting to see the writing on the floor here, so I'll give you a quick view of what they got. And that's about it. Okay, so here we are, overlooking the tarmac here, gate 120. Tables have an iPad menu. I got a complimentary soup of some kind. Nothing special in terms of cutlery. The place itself is pretty cool. It's got like some seating, and there's a secret corridor that we walked in at. Decent menu of stuff, drinks, beverages, etc. A lot of options here. Not terribly overpriced. Pretty standard, actually. Oh, there you go. Surf and turf and tomahawk ribeye. That's a nice one. Main dishes. Some specialty spirits. I'm sure this is, yeah. So you got some nice cognacs and interesting. All right, so we'll check in after we have a chance to try some food. Again, the place here is pretty exclusive. All right, so I'm gonna place my order here. I'm gonna have Some oysters, a tuna dish, and an old-fashioned. Lunch will be 85 bucks, but I'm gonna pay with my rewards miles because I've got a ton of them, at least almost 1 million. So 10,000 is not a big deal, and I certainly won't ask my company to pay for such a large lunch. So we'll see how the food is. So I've got the restaurant to myself now. Maybe I'll give you a better view of the place. Here's one side, and then there's some tables over here. Some drinks. That's about it. Small, but definitely cool that it's tucked away and you're on your own here. First meal is here. Half a dozen East Coast oysters. I'm a lover of all seafood. I know oysters is an acquired taste, so we'll see how they are. And then I got my old-fashioned there. So anxious to see how the food is. Okay, the main dishes came. Looks great. It's kind of a rare tuna with some Yukon potatoes and bok choy and some type of sauce. So it looks delicious. The oysters were really good as well. So we'll see how the meal is here. So after my last meal, I was still hungry and decided to order another appetizer. This is Wagyu beef sliders, which looks great. It's got the beef and some kind of sauce in there and sauteed onions. So I think they'll call it quits after this. Bye. Have a good day. Thank you. Sorry. All right, so we're all done. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed that experience. Definitely was a secluded place. The food was delicious. It was pricey for sure, but I guess that's what you get for getting to a place that's not accessible to many people. Question is would I do that again, knowing that I can gain access to the Polaris Business Lounge, which is a new lounge here. And there's a new United Business Lounge for Polaris here, which has all free food, assuming you can gain access because you've got either the United credit card or you're flying first class. And that's a tricky one. The Polaris Lounge, the new one's nice. They got great food options, buffet style, open bar on certain drinks, and it actually is I'll show you right here where I'm passing it. Yeah, you see, there's the Polaris Lounge. So it's actually new. It's new inside, and so again, the question is, you know, would going into the Polaris Lounge when you can get free drinks and free food outweigh going to a secretive restaurant that will cost you over $100 plus tip? So I probably would lean towards the free for sure, unless I was taking somebody out or hosting some kind of entertainment with people. It's a cool thing to experience for sure, but nonetheless, I'm glad I had a chance to experience that, and hopefully you found the video informative, and if you get a chance to gain access to this classified restaurant, I'd love to hear your experience as well. All right, take care.